Hello everyone, I'm Tam and I'm back with another spurious dish. Today we have some steak ribeye. I want to try to make some fried rice paper steak. So we're going to cook the steak and then wrap it cook it like halfway through and then kind of wrap it in rice paper, and then we're going to fry the rice paper with a bunch of aromatics and flavor like garlic and chili, so that the rice paper on the outside is crispy and has a nice aroma to it. I have about 1 pound of ribeye steak right here. Ribeye steak with some decent marbling. That's okay, it doesn't really matter. I have half a bulb. So this is 1 bulb. I have about half. This is just some leftover I have. So you may want more or less, I guess, depending on how much you want to flavor it. I have like half a bulb, and 2 chili pepper. I think these are Thai chili peppers anyway. I'm not using chili paste. I'm using the entire chili because I want to preserve the oil afterwards. Well, I'll show you when we get there anyway. So these I'll just cut the top off. So just the top we cut off because this is kind of bitter, and I don't want the bitterness to flavor the rice paper. This I'll peel off the skin here, leave it as is in 1 kind of bulb, half a bulb. I may cut off the top to release more flavor. We'll see. This is 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, no salt. Because I'm going to cook the steak first in the unsalted butter, so there's no seasoning on the outside. I want to preserve the steak flavor as is, and then once I do that, I'll take the steak out and wrap it in rice paper and cook it with these aromatics. So then the outside of the rice paper has a garlic chili butter flavor. The inside has just a butter steak flavor, steak flavor. So it's a nice kind of a combination there. So no salt. I have some very big rice paper because it's harder to mess up with. You can use a smaller one. This is 31 centimeters. It's kind of big. Usually it's like maybe like 25% smaller than what I have right now. Anyway, like I guess 26 centimeters, something like that. And that's the entire dish laid out for you. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to prepare these. As I said, cut out the top parts. This green part is not really it's not edible, and also it's kind of bitter, so it may dilute the flavor. So I'll cut the top off. I may also cut the bottom so that the flavor can release more. Same idea here. I'm going to peel off the kind of outer exterior skin, and I'll cut off the top part a little bit here to release more flavor. I'm not going to cut the bottom part because everything will fall apart if I do that. And I may reuse the kind of fried garlic later on. We'll see. That's those 2. This I'll wash it with water for like maybe like a minute or 2, both sides, all around it. And then I'll pat it down dry. So I'll take some paper towel and pat off the moisture. So that way when I cook it, the outside doesn't have a lot of moisture, which means the oil can cook the skin more effectively and kind of crisp it, make it kind of crispy, you know. Because usually the salt would, if you apply salt, it would take out the moisture, kind of absorb it. So it's easier to get the crispy kind of texture. However, since I'm not using salt, I can do the same thing by just patting it down very dry to make sure it's like super dry, and then we'll start the actual cooking process with the pan. Okay, the ribeye steak is nicely patted down. As you see, it's like very dry looking. You can tell. Pretty dry, besides like the grease on the fat, but that's kind of natural. there's like no water on the surface for the most part. The chilies, I cut the top and bottom. You can, I can actually smell it right now this far. That's how strong it is. So yeah, that should release, that will release more flavor. Having both the top and the bottom kind of like pinched off, so to speak. Just kind of pinched off there. So I'm not releasing any of the chili itself inside the chili pepper. For the most part, it should be contained. I want these to fry up as well because it'll be a nice kind of like, I guess, side snack. The garlic, I removed all the skin, most of it anyway, and then I cut off the top, as I said. So it gives you a lot of flavor. Even right here, even with this far, I can also smell as well. So these two will like release a lot of flavor to the rice paper. The butter is melted, good to go. So now let's start the actual steak cooking process. I'm gonna put the phone to the side here so I can like show you. All right, so I'll heat up the pan again to like medium low. So that way when I put the steak in, it doesn't like it doesn't splash back into my face. It doesn't backslash to my face. All right, so just put the steak aside. So this is just butter and the steak. We're not doing the chili garlic yet, just butter and steak. And I want that to kind of like cook at medium rare. I'm gonna try to go for medium rare because that's what I like. So back to medium high for heat. Medium rare in terms of like texture is what I'm going for. As you cook the steak, you want to flip it over so that way both sides get even. Flip over this. So let it cook on one side for a little bit, and flip over the other side. So that way the butter kind of like does both. And you also want to like apply the butter as well. As you cook it, as you cook it, you want to also bask it with butter. I may actually need more butter. Yeah, I think I need more butter. So let me just get another 2 tablespoons of butter. But that's the process. So you just cook it on one side, bask the butter, flip it, cook it, bask the butter, flip it every 3 to 5 minutes until it's kind of nice and golden brown. And once you're near the end of both sides, you want to like use your tongue and then cook the sides so that also the edges will have an also nice like golden crisp to it. So I need more butter, so I'll get another 2 tablespoons butter. I'll cook this and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, and now I'm back. No, Ant, get away, no, wait. This is a $25 steak, man, it's not for you. Anyway, so this is what it is right now. It should be medium, it should be like almost medium rare. Not there yet, because we're still gonna cook it in a rice paper later on. To give you an idea of what it looks like here on top, also on the bottom. Just flip it over. Oops, careful. This is a beautiful steak, yeah. Right there, see? So it's kind of what it's like, kind of has a nice golden kind of like brown color, brown outside. Because I basked it in the butter. If it's too hard to like use both the spoon and the tongue, what you can do is you can just use the tongue. So just grab the tongue, and for example, you want to apply on the downside, move it up to this. So now the steak is like this, and just rotate the pan. So push the pan down, so that way all the oil is like right here, and then just move the steak there. So you're intentionally kind of like deep frying the steak. Same thing here. And if you need more brown on the side, just like pressure it down with the tongue, and that way the butter will kind of like cook the downside a bit more, and you have a nice golden kind of you have a golden outside. So you can just use the tongue to do everything, is what I'm trying to say. By applying pressure and kind of just rotating the pan, you know, moving at different angles, so that way the oil is kind of concentrated more on one side versus the other. I added 2 more tablespoons of unsalted butter. So yeah, plenty to continue frying on the next part. I'm gonna actually leave this alone for like maybe like 5-10 minutes so that it cool down. So it's not like cool, it's like warm. So it's like kind of, right now it's hot. I'll wait for it to warm down to like warmish, maybe like 5 to 15 minutes. And then I'll actually start the bánh tráng, which is rice paper wrapping part, and then we'll actually fry everything. So I may actually cut off this part and eat it, because this is easier to roll as is. Rolling like this weird part on is it's kind of weird. So you know what? Let me actually do right now. So let me just one hand do this. See it right there. So yeah, so this is way easier to kind of roll into like a rice paper versus like, you know, the whole thing. I'll leave this alone and then I'll probably just eat it. You know, like or I guess I'll cut it open and see what it is. It could be medium rare, it could be medium, I don't know. Anyway, so I'll come back when I'm ready for the next part. Okay, it should be warm enough now. From hot to warm, so not cool, just warm. I'm about like half an inch above, and yes, it's still hot, so it's not too cool down. So that's good to go for the next part. So yeah, let's do that. Let me move the camera here so you can see my rice paper rolling skills. We'll just put it in one place. Yes, come on. There we are. Cool. So, oops. Bánh tráng rice paper. I'm gonna take one. As I said, this is bigger than usual. Usually it's like 26 centimeters. This is 31 in terms of dimension, that diameter. It's way bigger. Oh, that's okay. There's a bit like a break here, but that's fine. So you wanna rinse both sides with water. And then once you do, you have like, once you do, you want to lay it down on like a clean surface. It's gonna like drag down a little bit because it's soaked. You have about, I think, like 15 to 20 seconds before it kind of like hardens, very very tough, and then you have to reapply water again. So that's kind of the downside there. See here, yeah, it's fine. So I'll rinse both sides, put it down, put the steak in, and then wrap it like 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, tuck in the sides, and 3 the last one. So make sure that both sides is rinsed, like both sides is fully rinsed with water. There's no like dry spots because that's gonna break when you try to roll it. Make sure that both sides are rinsed. Nice and rinsed. Alright. And remove any excess water. We don't want those because they'll probably dilute the flavor and also make it hard to kind of like fry. So rice paper down. Alright, just grab the steak, nice and warm, not cool, warm. Put it near the edge, and this is the big one. So I'm actually going to just do half of this, like kind of 2/3 there, do this, and then like this. Kind of like keep it nice and tight. Keep it nice and tight. I may have to do like another like wrap, honestly, because it's gonna break very easily. So this is like one wrap here. Yeah, let me do another one, so because otherwise it's gonna break apart too easily. See, there's one wrap. I wrapped it in like rice paper with this. Let's do like another one. So I'll leave it like right here. So let's see now, because there's still like blood juice there. I want the flavor to be more natural, so not contaminated. Put that way. Let's do another one. So let's do like 2. I should have done 2. Same thing, remove excess water. We don't want those in the way. Excess water is gone. Alright, so there we go. So the underside I kind of fold together. I'm gonna use that at the start. So then so that way it kind of covers both sides evenly. So same thing, same wrapping method. Since it's kind of big, I'll leave it like 2/3 of the way there, wrap it once there, wrap it again on the sides. For this, I think this rice paper is oops, this rice paper is not too wet. It's not as wet as it should be. Anyway, so just show you this. It should be more wet. It's fine. So there you go. So now it's like double wrapped. There's a nice thickness to it. And I'm actually going to let this sit for a little bit, like maybe like 5-10 minutes, so the water kind of evaporates and it kind of hardens a little bit. And then we'll go back to the actual cooking process. Actually, this is cooling down faster than I thought. So what we're doing instead is start cooking the garlic and the chili, and to get those flavors already kind of good to go. So back to the pan. Let me just let me move the camera back over here. Okay, so my camera setup, for those who've been wondering, it's literally just like two tall objects, and I put the camera right there so it doesn't like kind of fall down. So it's kind of shady, Anyway, this is the garlic stuff, the garlic and chili pepper. I'm going to like fry them quickly, not a lot, like maybe halfway there. I want the flavors to release already, and then we'll add in the rice paper steak. Definitely starting to cool down a bit more. Yeah, that's good. So let me just put the camera aside, and we'll I guess saute them, the veggies here for a little bit on medium high. All right. Hopefully I don't need more butter. I think I'm fine. So kind of like rotate the veggies so that way they soak the butter, because the butter is going to be the thing that fries the rice paper, which is the thing that will also flavor the rice paper itself. So you want to like if you have like very little oil, you can do this. You can like tilt the pan so all the oil is to the side, and then you kind of like just cook it like this. I want a bit of flavor, so that's why I'm doing this. Should like take a little. It shouldn't take too long because these are pretty thin anyway. So we'll do this for a little bit. So I'll come back when I'm ready for the next part. The garlic and chili pepper are now kind of brown. See, kind of brown. Sorry, the oil is still hot. I removed it from the stove, the cooking part, but it's still kind of hot. See, kind of nice and brown. So it released some flavors already. Ideally these should be a bit more tender. It's okay. That's fine. Alright, so now we bring in the actual rice paper and put it over here. And we start to cook it. If the chili cooks too quickly, just move it to the side. So that way the oil only affects only cooks the garlic. So that's one way to make sure those are evenly cooked at the same kind of cook with the same crispiness, I guess, so I can describe it. You put it back in the stove. I'll move these to the side to make room for the actual rice paper steak. All right, put it here. All right, so the side that's folded together, this side, I'm gonna put that down first, so that way that crisps up first, so it kind of seals it in place. It doesn't like break apart, like open up. So bring it back to like probably medium, and yeah. So same thing. Just wait for the bottom part to kind of crisp up, to become crispy, and then you can flip it, and then you can like bask it, like bask the flavor all over it. Move the pan to the side if you want to use a tong, and just move the steak to that. That way, all the flavor is still applied on the rice paper. So I'm gonna wait for it to crisp. Let's see if it's crisp or not. Crispy. Is it crispy? Come on. Hopefully it works. I've never done this before. We'll see if it works or not. So I think it's sticking to the pan. Shoot, that's not good. Let me try to flip it. I'm trying to flip it over. Come on. Oh yeah, it's definitely crispy, but I think I broke it already. Shoot. Alright, it's fine. So at least we get something, right? Yeah, it definitely broke on the bottom thing. That's okay. I'll try to hold it in place as I cook it, so it won't be like a total waste, you know. All right, so I'll come back when I can do what I can with this. All right, so I had to end the cooking early because the rice paper just completely failed on me. It broke apart as I was flipping, and it didn't work out as well as I thought. This is the rice paper on top. Yeah, I should have been more gentle when I flipped it, because I think the tongs broke the rice paper as I flipped it, and it kind of just after that it's just like after that it stuck to the bottom here, and I couldn't like remove it, so it kind of failed. That's okay, no big deal. This is still completely edible, you know. Still eat this. I removed the chili and garlic outside here, so it could be like a nice garnish. So it looks a bit, you know, doesn't look like it doesn't look like a complete fail. Huh. This would be nice as garnish, and you just eat on the side. I still have oil left. If you still have oil left, if you still have like oil left, you can put it into like a bowl, and just let it cool down. And then put it in the refrigerator, so that way it re-solidifies as butter, and you have a nice kind of butter with like garlic and chili infused flavors and aroma. You can spread that on pate. You can spread that with pate on like bread for like breakfast, and it'll be pretty nice to have. So this is still valuable, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the rule of thumb I think is like to leave the steak to rest, so they cool down, so everything kind of finishes cooking for about 15 minutes, and then you can slice it open and eat it. So I'll come back when that's done, and then we'll wrap everything up. All right, it should be about 15 minutes now. I finished washing the pans and pots and everything I used. Should be about 15-20 minutes now. So this should be now cooled down. This is the oil I was talking to you about. There's a bunch of black stuff that's on the bottom, which is fine as long as you just take the top. So let this cool down to room temperature. This oil is from the pan, cool down to room temperature. Put it in the refrigerator so that it re-solidifies into like solid butter, and just use the top part of it to like spread on bread with pate. The butter here will have a nice buttery garlic chili flavor to it, so that's why I'm saving it. And this is our hot mess fried rice paper steak here. Definitely did not go as I expected at all. So just move around. You can see the rice paper broke and kind of like folded onto itself. So this entire top part is just the rice paper, I guess, left over. There's some scraps there. This is the actual big piece. There's nothing there's nothing underneath the steak that's rice paper. All of the rice paper just like broke and folded into itself. So like broke from the bottom and then refolded into itself. I should have been more careful with the tongs so it doesn't like puncture the rice paper. Anyway, that's what it is. Yep, just move around here. You can see it's a nice angle there. Okay, so this is you can eat this as like garnish, I guess. Just like pop it out and eat it. These are butter fried garlic is pretty good. You can like if this is like really tender and really mushy, you can also spread that on bread and just eat as is. It tastes very nice. Let me actually put the food to the side here, and we'll slice through the. I'll slice through the steak so you can see I guess the rareness of it. How rare it is on the inside. So this here. All right, and now this is a sliced version of the fried rice paper steak. Looks a bit nicer for a thumbnail. Let me just kind of move around. It's just kind of nice a thumbnail. The good news is it turned out medium rare. I think that's medium rare anyway. It could be like slightly more rare than I expected. So that's good. At least I got one of the things I want down. Yeah, just move like this. That's kind of terrible. That's fine. So there it is, yeah. So the moment of truth is see what it tastes like. And just put the phone aside one more time. Then we'll see. So the smell smells like steak, a lot of steak with like some wet rice paper aroma. Smells similar to some of the it smells like a very heavy it smells like steak that was wrapped in very kind of like a watery rice paper, which is technically is. So let's see. This is get the rice paper crispy part. See what it smells like. The rice paper by itself. Not what I intended to happen anyway. It's not as crispy as I want it to be, because I had to end the cooking time early because it broke down. To get it really crispy, I think would have taken 7 to 10 minutes. So definitely not where I want it to be. Anyway, let's try the steak with the rice paper attached to it to see what happens. It's kind of nice, yeah. The steak has the butter kind of like wrapped around it, and each bite has a very kind of like each bite has a slight garlic with like a lot of like chili taste to it. So that's a nice kind of burn in the aftertaste. I don't think the garlic released enough flavor in comparison to the chili. The chili just like dominated pretty hard. So as I said, you can just serve this fried garlic and butter, chili on bread and kind of spread out. This is not as tender to do so. Another 3 to 5 minutes in the butter would have like softened up a little more. But it's still good, you know. Oh yeah, it's definitely still soft. Just pop it out like a zit, like a pimple zit. Boop, right there. Yeah. You can combine it with the. You can combine it crudely, kind of like barbarically, like a barbarian, with the rice paper and the steak. Kind of just wrap it into one thing like that. Not what I intended to do at all. Anyway, to make anyway. And might as well just test the chili. Oh, the chili is oh wow, chili is really nice. Oh, still has a lot of spice to it. Ooh. Oh, still has a lot of spice to it, dude. Oh. That's how you know it's spicy. This, if you put this in the soup, I'm sorry. If you put this in, dang. If you put this in a soup, like a kind of heavy soup with like a beef soup, or a veggie soup, it would taste real nice. It has a buttery kind of like texture with a garlicky kind of like a finish to it. It's very nice. Will go great on a soup, inside a soup, and disseminate the flavor. This is great on a toast. All right, and this is our fried rice paper steak. It was a disaster. It's not exactly at all what I wanted to be. I wanted like a nice steak wrapped inside fried rice paper with flavored by garlic and chili. It tastes okay. So I mean, it's a $25 steak. So definitely, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish this. Anyway, have a good day, everyone.